Researchers have shown what parents everywhere already suspect: babies can recognize a range of emotional reactions such as emoti and connect them to their probable cause, such as a dessert or another cute baby. Key points: infants as young as 12 months old recognize funny haha, delicious exciting whoa, sympathetic oh and adorable ah sounds. They are more likely to look at a relevant picture when played, and emotional reaction results suggest fine-grained understanding of others' emotional reactions. Even in infancy, a team led by Yang Wu at Massachusetts Institute of Technology played positive spoken exclamations to children aged between 1 and 4 years, while showing them two photos, one that matched the sound and another that didn't. They found even the youngest group looked at the matched image, suggesting even very young children's understanding of emotions isn't limited to basic happy, sad and angry. While the results, published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, may not be a huge surprise, it's fantastic that the researchers are pushing beyond using just one or two emotional concepts and adding more complexity, according to Nicole Nelson, a cognitive scientist at the University of Queensland specializing in children and emotion. Sophisticated understanding of emotion. By and large, adults have no problem understanding the nuances of emotion. Most of us can easily tell the difference between excitement and joy. An image similar to those used in the study. This was paired with the funny sound. But at what age does this fine-grained awareness arise? Most studies of infants and emotion recognition have focused on differentiating between positive and negative, a smile versus a grimace, or between distinct negative emotions such as anger and sadness. But Ms. Wu noticed no one had explored if very young children could recognize a range of positive emotions. We know very little about how the more nuanced aspects of emotion understanding develop, she said. So she and her colleagues recorded adults vocally reacting in response to something funny haha, delicious exciting whoa, sympathetic oh and adorable ah. They also collected images matched to those sounds. For instance, went with images of delicious cakes and desserts, while ah pictures featured cute babies. Testing started with children, aged between 2 and 4, and adults. They were shown an image from each of 2 different categories on a screen, played spoken sounds and asked to choose the relevant image. Even 2-year-olds picked the right picture at a rate that suggested it was more than chance, so the researchers wondered if even younger children could do the same. This sad baby attracted the study's subjects' attention when they heard a sympathetic sound. The problem was young infants are nonverbal, they communicate with sounds and actions rather than words. They couldn't ask a 1-year-old child to say which picture matched the sounds, so the researchers used a common technique for studying babies: a looking task. Like the experiment on older children and adults, 2 images flashed on a screen, say a dessert and a cute baby. This time, though, only one sound was played and they recorded where the infant's gaze shifted. And sure enough, more often than not, the 12 to 17-month-old babies looked at the image that matched the sound. The effect wasn't huge, it averaged to 53 times out of 100, but Ms. Wu said the team replicated the experiment and found the result very robust, especially considering how much brain power even a relatively simple task uses in young infants. When they hear a noise, babies take some time to find the right picture, she said. The very nature of the images may have contributed to the relatively low effect too. 3 of the 5 categories featured a face, and infants consistently looked at those more than the other 2. Sometimes it's just that one picture is more interesting to look at, so maybe that's bringing some noise, Ms. Wu said. Dr. Nelson agreed kids are clearly much more interested in faces. Looking task supported by behavioral experiment. Jordi Kaufman, a developmental psychologist at Swinburne University's Baby Lab, said he found the researchers' second set of experiments compelling. In this study, 1-year-old infants heard a woman's voice say they were more likely to look at this image of a dessert than, for instance, another baby's face. In that part of the study, an infant sat across from the experimenter with a box on the table between them. The experimenter peeked in the top of the box and said, "Ah, Marwo." The infant then reached into the box through a slit in the side and pulled out a toy. Half the time the toy did not correspond with the experimenter's reaction. The researchers were interested if the infant would put its hand back in the box and search for a relevant toy. Indeed, infants searched the box longer when their reaction and toy did not match, suggesting they thought something was amiss. Dr. Kaufman said it is important to note that the study's overall results do not necessarily mean that infants hear an emotional reaction and think the source of their reaction is nearby. Rather, they likely hear a noise, then look around to try to understand what elicited the noise until they hit on a possible explanation. They might hear "ah" and see a truck, then a bunny rabbit, and figure out that the bunny is the cause of the noise. Then they will stop looking. If you lose your keys, you stop looking when you find them, Dr. Kaufman said. Hello, can you go? Next, Ms. Wu wants to see just how early in life infants can distinguish between positive emotions. We don't know their full emotional understanding, she said. I would like to see what younger kids, within their first year of life, can understand and what they cannot understand. It also raises many questions, like how do children learn to recognize emotions? We don't know yet.